This is Dan here at Blue Dog Farms, and we're spreading some dirt out for a yard. My little skid steer overheated, and I didn't want to burn it up, so I hauled in the little Takeuchi excavator so that the trucks could keep hauling. And so we're spreading this dirt out for a yard. Let's get started. Okay, so we've got most of the dirt taken care of. I got a load over there, but he can't get up there anyway. But he's got plenty of room as long as it's not too soft there where he's coming in. He can dump some more dirt. So I'm going to go see if I can keep the skid steer from overheating. I gotta pressure wash the engine fins off because it's air cooled, and we'll see if we can use it. The excavator's good, but when you start doing any distance at all, it's kind of slow. So we'll see if we can get the skid steer going again. So this is the New Holland 445 skid steer. It's got a Deutz 2-cylinder air-cooled diesel in it. And I've got an engine oil leak on the other side coming out of the pushrod tube O-rings, I think. Unfortunately, I have to pull the heads to fix it. And that oil is getting in the air cooling fins of the engine and causing it to heat up because the air doesn't cool it properly. Especially down here. If you can see that. Down there, that's the oil cooler. And I believe it's completely plugged, and that makes a big difference when you get that working right. So I'm going to take this cover off here, get the pressure washer out, and go to town. Hopefully there'll be no more dirt before I get this done. See, all that oil is built up in there in those fins. That's not cooling, especially the oil cooler there is mostly plugged up. So we're going to get the pressure washer out and get her cleaned up. Hopefully she'll run cooler. Alright, I'd like to spend a little more time on this, but just to clean up everything. But this is pretty clean. The fins are cleaned out. You can water through the other side real well. There's the fan that is run by a belt that blows the air through all this. That's real important. If the belt comes off, your engine will overheat, so you got to make sure your belts are good. But I also washed out underneath the seat. It was just getting kind of dusty from use, and I had some mud build up. You can see the ground through the floor in there. The mud squishes up through there sometimes, so I had to clean that out. Sometimes it'll freeze on this little rod here, and then the boom doesn't work. It's got foot controls, but it's a 1980 model. You know, it needs some TLC. I need to fix the oil leak, but I just don't have time right now. Hopefully this winter I can get it in and get that head pulled off and fixed. So I'd like to spend more time on it, but I've got another load of dirt, so we're going to put this together and take it down and see if it'll not overheat this time. I'm not a real big fan of safety videos, but I'm not a big fan of getting squished by equipment either. If you're going to work under a boom, make sure it's locked. This has got built-in locks you can activate from the cab. These come out and the boom will just come down and rest on them. So if you're going to get out with the boom up and work under the boom, make sure and lock it up somehow, because nobody wants to find you squished under a piece of equipment. So we're going to take this down and run it a little bit and see if it'll not heat up. Let's get to it.